the legendary great kicker Adam Vinatieri has retired from the NFL after 24 long seasons. He is the NFL's leading point scorer in NFL history. And I know that he won both teams, or should I say he won Kyle 3 Super Bowls. And obviously his greatest kick was the AFC championship against the Raiders, right?
It was the AFC divisional round in 2001.
So he's hung up 3 banners for the Patriots. He's assisted us in getting ours as well in 2006. So I mean, Kyle, you have obviously a lot more time with him in terms of the greatest at the time of him literally kicking you Super Bowl after Super Bowl or kicking you into the Super Bowl. Give me your fondest memory, which I already probably know exactly which one it is, about Adam Vinatieri for his illustrious, beautiful career.
Well, actually, I'll split it into 2. So what I think his best moment was, his most iconic kick, was not the game-winning kick in Super Bowl 36 against the Rams. That's his most memorable one, just because it took place in a Super Bowl. But the most iconic one to me was, like you mentioned, kicking that game-tying field goal in a freaking blizzard against the Raiders in the divisional round of the playoffs in 2001, 2002. Because the circumstances of that kick are absolutely nuts. I mean, I remember watching the game. I'm like, I can't even see the freaking post because it was snowing that hard in Foxborough that night during that game. The fact that he was able to knock in that field goal, granted it was a line drive kick in the middle of a blizzard, it's unbelievable. It's very hard for a lot of kickers to kind of replicate that kind of kick because it's very uncommon to see a game really affected by the weather that much. And the fact that he was able to execute despite all of the circumstances going against him, with snow driving into space, you got probably a 25 mile an hour wind gust on top of it, to essentially tie the game against one of the best teams in the AFC at that point. It's absolutely incredible. And then he followed it up by winning Super Bowl 36 with a 49-yard field goal to give New England their first Super Bowl championship. It's unbelievable. He's been in the league for a quarter of a century. Like, think about that. Granted, I know he's a kicker, but still, almost 25 years in the league. That's crazy. So I know he split most of his time. He split his time between the Patriots and the Colts. Obviously, he's known probably more for his moments with the Patriots than he did with the Colts. But all in all, he's the greatest kicker in NFL history as far as I'm concerned. There have been some great kickers, even in recent memory. Adam Vinatieri being one of them, Sabanan Janikowski another one. But Adam Vinatieri is the GOAT as far as kickers go in NFL history, and I've got no problem saying that. But all in all,
absolutely.
All in all, a great career, and I'm glad he's going out on his terms, and he deserves it.
Yeah, I mean, probably my fondest moment of Vinatieri would be the game against the Baltimore Ravens in the early 2000s when he had pretty much just got to Indianapolis, and we ended up winning that score by a score of 15-6. He had 5 field goals for us to win the game and move us on further into the postseason, or, put us into a better position for the postseason, in which we ended up winning in that season for Super Bowl 41. And the man was just, I know he didn't win us a Super Bowl, or he didn't win us, games like that, like for you guys, but for me, it's the level of consistency. I mean, he was literally the best for 10 plus years. I mean, this man was, at one point, if it was within 3 points, we're tying the game or we're winning. You know what I'm saying? Like, I didn't doubt it, whether that was 40 to 50 yards. I know he wasn't the strongest kicker to go out and hit like Justin Tucker, 60 plus, 55 plus. But if it was within a certain range and it was game on the line and we had Peyton Manning driving and it was within a relatively close amount, or we were tied, I'm not even blinking. I'm chalking that up. Like, he very, very, very rarely missed field goals. And at a sensitive time in my childhood where we had one of the greatest regular season kickers in Mike Vanderjagt, just absolutely just like automatic, had perfect seasons and maybe 1 or 2 misses basically. And he just could not hit in the postseason whatsoever. I know we should have been in the Super Bowl in 2005 instead of the Steelers, but he missed and he shanked a fucking awful field goal. And we literally went from good / oh my God, I'm trying to kill you to the GOAT. And from 2005, 2006 on, up until his last season, to where he obviously was not himself and he just could not hit the front side of a barrel, and he lost us a couple of games. Whatever. It just, you can't say enough other than thank you. As a Colt fan, I'm sure as a Patriot fan, these another reason our generation is one of the greatest, because we got to watch. I know people laugh at kickers and punters and special teamers, but he literally has scored the most points in NFL history for a reason. Mm-hmm. He's just done it for 24 years. He's done it consistently, and he's the greatest for a reason. Hats off to him, especially for him announcing it on the Pat McAfee show. The way that he did, those two have a very great and honest and open relationship. So for him to do it with Pat was awesome. I wouldn't have ended it on a better way. But shout out to the GOAT, man. Adam Vinatieri, amazing year, or amazing career. First ballot Hall of Famer, without a doubt. Man was incredible.
I know we toss the word GOAT around a lot nowadays, just because if somebody's just going on a tear, we call them the GOAT, no matter what sport it is or who it is. But no, Adam Vinatieri, as far as kickers go, it's the best that I've ever seen. He was automatic, especially in those clutch moments. No other guy I'd rather have kicking for my team than Adam Vinatieri.
100%.
That's how I see it.